Good afternoon, welcome to this week's weekly workshop video diary. I'm starting in the dusty room today because I thought it'd be nice for a change. Also, we have some cool new gear. Amazon, I know I shouldn't support Amazon because Jeff Bezos is too rich, but anyway, I have a trade account with them and I get good prices. Two quite fun new tools for Amazon. This oscillating spindle sander. It is, I've had the Triton one, I borrowed it in my old workshop and it was great, but there's loads around the same kind of price point that look identical apart from their bodies are different colours. This was a little bit cheaper than the Triton and actually it's a bit quieter. I don't know who made it, but it's not plugged in. Pretty great for doing the cutouts of guitars. And this jointed planer, I wasn't sure, budget wasn't really an issue, but I wasn't sure how much, well, budget, it's a bit of an issue, but I didn't know how much space I wanted to take. I mean, I have, the dusty room is 15, 16 square meters. I don't want to put too much really big machinery in here, so I'm going to go with this, and got it today, been using it quite a lot actually, so far, and it seems to be great. And then, so that's what's been happening in this room most of the time. We have this, the CNC machine's been quite busy working. This has not been CNC, this is a Walnut, this is the first single cut Wayfarer. The F-holes were bound this week. This is going to be really nice. The sides are remaining unbound. It's getting a mahogany neck. The neck actually, it doesn't quite fit yet. The way I like to do it is I cut the neck pockets and the neck, and then I wait maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks if I have the time, just so that the wood can move around. Any stresses in the grain can be released if it's gonna, yeah, it's just better to do that. And then I make it so it's a little bit, the neck's a bit too big, and I gradually sand it and kind of cut it down to be a totally perfect fit. So I can't show you this going in there yet because it's not quite there yet. This is going to be great. There's getting some quite cool hardware that I will talk to you about in a second. So if you're going to come with me into the other room, I will show you what's been happening in the big room this week. This is our rubbish. So today I have been doing some binding. This is Soph's Wenge Wayfarer. It has gotten some binding today. It's a bit messy around the sides still. Needs a bit of love, but it's going to be quite nice, this, I think. Going to be quite nice. This is going to have all gold hardware, gold Bigsby, and P90, 2 single coils. So a little bit like last year, the Strat that I made, well, I say a Strat, the first Wenge Wayfarer that I made for Ivor. A bit like that guitar, but in gold, with a Bigsby, and a reverse headstock, because why not? Soph was going to come collect it. She's from Australia. She was going to come here to collect it, which is unbelievably cool, but she can't fly here because of Corona, so I think I'm going to have to ship it, which is going to suck. But anyway, these new clamps from Guitars and Woods have been getting a lot of use and they are really, really good. I can only recommend them wholeheartedly. They're absolutely fantastic. That's this, and then this is, oh yeah, this is Paul. Lovely Norwegian Paul's mahogany Wayfarer, not mahogany, Walnut Wayfarer, also got binding today. And obviously you can't, actually I can show you the weight of it because I have a weighing scales here. This thing feels unbelievably light, and the neck, I'd say the neck is not glued in, it just fits very, 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 very well. This is also a walnut neck, and so I'll do the cocky neck fit thing. There we go. So I played Guess the Weight with my apprentice Luca earlier today, and he guessed 3 or 4 kilos, which for you American people is between 7 and 9 pounds. But this thing so far is, what is that? It's like 4 pounds, so 2.6 kilos. Anyway, so lovely weight, and the balance of it also. This is, yeah, walnut. It keeps going up in my estimations as one of my favourite bodywoods, and I think you can see why. That's that. What else happened this? This is quite exciting. another Wayfarer. There's a mahogany Wayfarer for good friend John, who was the web designer for moarguitars.com. And this is exciting. It's just I've wanted to do this for a long time. I like Bigsby's a lot, but I also have, I don't know, it's like, I wanted to try something else. So this is a Jazzmaster type trem inside of a Wayfarer. When I was carving it, I made it so it was large enough on the back to, well, anyway, there's enough room. There's, I can't remember the degree off by heart, but I put a break angle onto the neck so that there'll be enough downward force on the bridge to stop the bridge from buzzing, which is a common problem with this type of trem. The main problem with it is actually the guitars that Fender are making. You know, they would put a shim actually in the neck pocket to create a little bit of a break angle to make it possible for this type of bridge to not buzz. Anyway, this is going to be great. No oil on this body yet. It's going to get some oil. It's going to get a lot of oil, and it's going to be really nice. Again, you know, the neck is not glued in place. It just fits really well. I'm quite proud of my neck pockets. That's that. And then we have, oh yeah, one bugger up of the week. I would say a worse word than bugger if it wasn't a film. This is funny. Another mahogany Wayfarer, and we have. When I matched the grain, and it looked really good, and then when I was carving it, the grain didn't match so well anymore. But I didn't really see it because I've been so busy. I've been thinking about so many things, and also just making a good guitar. That anyway, so I put oil on it, took some photographs, sent it to Elijah. He commissioned this. I was like, "Hey man, let's check these out." And he said, "Like, Dan, will it look more book matched, or is that it?" And I said, "Oh no, it's fine, it's fine." And I looked with fresh eyes, and I realised that actually it doesn't look that good at all. So this is going to be painted. It's going to be my first painted Wayfarer. I'm not going to waste the body because it's it's lovely. And of course, if somebody does want it, but I think I might paint it seafoam green, or maybe red, Fiesta red. But if I do paint it, it needs binding. But that is that. And then from a bit of pickup winding, and yeah, kind of preparing the workshop for the Naked Morty batch. We sold 13 in the end. I sent out 4 or 5 invoices in the last few days. Before, you know, there are 2 slots left, or 1 slot left for a couple of days. And whilst I was waiting for the last person to pay me, I sent out a few more deposits, or a few more invoices for deposits, and then on the last day I got quite a few sales. So I sold more than I planned on selling, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I'm trying to get as much done on my kind of commissions before the workshop becomes a kind of a little sweat lodge where we bash out as many guitars as possible. And the fun thing actually, even though they're kind of stock builds, I think none of them are identical. There's 2 choices for each of the body, neck, and fretboard woods, and 5 options for where the pickup is going to go. And nobody's ordered the exactly the same. So that's pretty nice. And we should be starting on them in about a week and a half. There's a shortage of truss rods. All of Europe has no well, the truss rods that I use, they're out of stock everywhere. I have because of the coronavirus again. They're made in China, I guess, and they can't come here. So I am stuck a little bit on that, but hopefully in the next few weeks I'll be able to crack on with all the Naked Mortys. Anyway, good week. Yeah, pretty fine, pretty busy, and a lot of Wayfarers. Some stock ordering, some tidying up. The place is pretty good right now, and yeah, thank you for watching. I'll look forward to showing you what I've done this time next week. Thanks a lot.